Visions of a ballot measure is dealing with competing measures on the same ballot. So, for example, does the initiative set forth a rule if there's a competing or dueling measure on the same topic on the same statewide ballot? One tactic that opponents sometimes employ to fight one ballot measure is to place a competing measure on the same statewide ballot. And the goal here is to persuade voters to vote for the competing measure and knock out the first measure. Now, the state constitution speaks to this issue. In Article 2, Section 10B, it provides if provisions of two or more measures approved at the same election conflict, the provisions of the measure receiving the highest number of affirmative votes shall prevail. Because of this rule, initiative proponents often specify that their measure, if it conflicts with another measure, but theirs receives more votes in favor, then they want to ensure that the other measure in its entirety does not take effect. So you might see the following language as an example that's in an initiative to deal with the effect of competing measures. In the event that this initiative and another measure addressing this topic appear on the same statewide ballot, the provisions of the other measure shall be deemed to conflict with this measure. In the event that this initiative receives a greater number of affirmative votes than a measure deemed to conflict with it, the provisions of this initiative shall prevail in their entirety, and the other measure shall be null and void.